Hey, did you see that tweet from Elon Musk?
Which one? Dude tweets a lot.
True, but this one really got me thinking. He said money can't buy happiness.
Oh yeah, I saw that. You know what? I actually think he's right about that.
Really? But he's a billionaire saying this. Doesn't that feel a bit, I don't know?
I mean, I get why it sounds weird, but honestly, I think that's exactly why his perspective matters. He's actually experienced having ridiculous amounts of money.
Okay, fair point.
Like, he's probably tested that theory more than most people ever could, you know? And if he's saying it doesn't work, maybe we should listen?
I never thought about it that way. So you really think he's right?
Yeah, I do. And honestly, it's something I've learned myself too.
What do you mean?
So, when I first made real money, God, like 5 years ago, I thought everything would just click into place. Like all my problems would disappear.
And they didn't?
Some did, don't get me wrong. I stopped stressing about rent, about my car breaking down, about whether I could afford to go to the dentist. That stuff, huge relief.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I was still me, you know? I still had the same insecurities, the same relationship issues, the same, I don't know, emptiness sometimes.
Huh, I never thought about it that way.
It's okay, imagine you have a headache and you take an aspirin. The aspirin helps, but if you're also dehydrated and stressed and haven't slept, the aspirin alone isn't going to make you feel amazing.
Okay, I like that analogy.
Money's the aspirin. It helps with specific pain points, but it doesn't fix everything else.
So what does fix everything else?
Man, if I knew that. But I've figured out some things that actually work. You want to hear?
Obviously. You seem happy, genuinely happy. What's your secret?
Okay, so first thing, and this is going to sound so basic, but relationships, like real ones.
What do you mean by real?
Like people who knew me before I had money. People who still call me out when I'm being an idiot. My best friend from college, he does not care about my car or my house or whatever. We just hang out and play video games and talk about stupid stuff.
That's sweet.
And honestly, those nights are when I'm happiest, not when I'm at some fancy restaurant or buying something expensive.
Really?
Really? I remember last month I bought this watch, right? It was like $15,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I was so excited when I got it for 3 days. Then it just became a watch. But that same week, my friend Mike came over and we stayed up till 3 a.m. just talking about life, and I remember that way more clearly.
Wow, that's actually pretty profound.
I read somewhere that once you make enough to cover your basic needs, I think it was around 70 or 80,000 a year, more money doesn't really increase happiness that much.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, something about how your brain adapts to whatever you have. You get used to it. It's called hedonic adaptation or whatever.
Hedonic what now?
I don't know. That's just what my therapist told me.
Wait, you have a therapist?
Oh yeah, for 2 years now. Best money I've ever spent, honestly.
Huh. I always thought therapy was for people with serious problems.
Nah, everyone should have a therapist. It's like having a personal trainer for your brain, you know?
I like that. So what else has your brain trainer taught you?
Okay, so another big one is gratitude. I know. It sounds like some Instagram guru bullshit.
It really does.
But I swear it works. Like, my therapist had me start writing down 3 things I'm grateful for every night before bed.
And you actually do it?
Every single night. At first, I was like, this is dumb. But after a few weeks, I don't know, something shifted.
Like what?
Like, I started noticing small stuff more. Like, I'd be grateful for my morning coffee, or that my dog was happy to see me, or that I had a good conversation with someone. Just little things.
That's actually really nice.
Yeah, and apparently your brain actually changes when you do this regularly. Something about rewiring neural pathways or whatever? That's what my therapist said. I don't know all the science behind it, but I know it works for me.
Okay, relationships and gratitude. What else?
Purpose. Like having something you're working towards that matters to you. For me, it's my company. Not because of the money. I could sell it tomorrow and never work again. But because we're actually solving problems, we're helping people. That feels good.
Yeah, I can see that.
But it doesn't have to be work. It could be a hobby or volunteering or, I don't know, learning a new skill. Just something where you feel like you're growing.
I feel like I don't have that right now.
What do you mean?
Like, I go to work, I come home, I watch Netflix, I sleep. Repeat? It's just kinda empty?
Dude, I've been there. That was me 3 years ago. Really? I had all this money and I was just existing, not living.
So what changed?
I started saying yes to things, like random things. My coworker invited me to this pottery class, and I was like, whatever, I'll try it.
Pottery?
I know, I'm terrible at it, but it was fun, and I met interesting people, and it got me out of my head for a few hours.
That's cool.
And then I started doing more stuff like that. Hiking, cooking classes, even a book club. Some stuff I liked, some stuff I didn't, but at least I was trying things.
I should do that.
You should. Seriously. Life's too short to just coast through it,
Yeah. Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you ever feel guilty, like about having money when so many people are struggling?
All the time, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's why I donate a lot. Not just money, but time too. I volunteer at this youth center in my old neighborhood.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I don't really talk about it much, but it helps, Makes me feel like I'm doing something useful with what I have.
That's really cool, Jimmy.
Thanks. But honestly, it helps me more than it helps anyone else probably. It keeps me grounded, reminds me where I came from.
I think that's important.
For sure. Like, I have a friend who's super wealthy, and he only hangs out with other wealthy people now. And he's just miserable. Always worried about status and what people think and who has more money than who.
That sounds exhausting.
It is. That's what I mean about comparison. It's like someone once said something like, happiness isn't about having what you want, but wanting what you have,
Oh, I like that.
Right? It's so simple, but so true.
So basically, Elon was right? Money can't buy happiness?
Yeah, I think he nailed it. It's more like money can remove obstacles to happiness. It can give you freedom and opportunities. But the actual happiness part, that comes from other stuff.
Like relationships, purpose, gratitude.
Exactly. And I respect that he's willing to say that publicly, A lot of rich people just don't talk about this stuff honestly. Exactly. And also, like, taking care of yourself, sleep, exercise, eating decent food.
Oh God, I'm terrible at all of those.
I was too. But seriously, just walking for like 20 minutes a day? Game changer. I read somewhere that it boosts your mood for hours. Yeah, something about endorphins or whatever. And honestly, I've noticed it myself. If I skip my morning walk, my whole day feels off.
Huh, maybe I should try that.
You should. It's free, it's easy, and it actually works. Unlike, I don't know, buying another pair of shoes you don't need.
Okay, I get it. You can't just buy your way to happiness.
Exactly. But you can create it, through your choices and habits and the people you surround yourself with.
That actually makes me feel better.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I've been so stressed about money and thinking if I just made more, everything would be better. But hearing you talk about this, I don't know, it shifts my perspective.
That's good. I mean, money still matters, don't get me wrong. Like, struggling financially is really hard and stressful.
Yeah. Yeah.
But once you're stable, once your basic needs are met, then it's about what you do with your life, not how much money you make.
I think I'm getting there. Like, I'm not rich, but I'm okay. I just need to figure out the other stuff.
You will, and honestly, you don't need to have it all figured out at once. Like, just pick one thing. Maybe start with gratitude, or go for walks, or reach out to old friends. Just one small thing that moves you towards feeling better.
That feels doable.
It is. And then once that becomes a habit, add something else.
You know what? I think I'm gonna start with the walking thing. 20 minutes a day. 20 minutes a day.
Yes, that's perfect. Honestly, that's probably the easiest one to start with.
Yeah, and like, I can do that. I don't need a gym membership or anything.
Exactly. Just put on shoes and go. You got this.
Hey, actually, would you want to go for walks together sometimes? Like maybe on weekends?
Oh, dude, I'd love that. I usually walk around the park near my place.
Perfect. Let's do it this Saturday.
Saturday works. I usually go around 8 a.m. Is that too early?
That's really early. But yeah, okay. I'll set like 5 alarms.
We can make it 9 if you want.
No, 8 is fine. I need to fix my sleep schedule anyway.
Cool. And hey, we can grab coffee after?
Now you're talking.
See? Already looking forward to it. That's the point.
This actually helped a lot, Jimmy. Like, really.
Of course. And hey, if you ever want to talk more about this stuff, I'm here.
I appreciate that. You're a good friend.
You too. Now go enjoy your evening and stop overthinking everything.
Easier said than done, but I'll try.
That's all any of us can do.